Welcome to my video blog. Today I thought I will share my random thoughts with you. And because these thoughts came to me because I was watching a show hosted by Simi Garewal called The Rendezvous. And she was interviewing Rishi Kapoor and Neetu Singh. And as she was interviewing, she asked Neetu Singh, as you all know, Neetu Singh was an actress before she married Rishi Kapoor. She gave up her career. So Simi asked her, why did you give up your career? And for that, Neetu Singh said, because I like taking care of my children and I wanted to stay home. And that got me thinking. I said, why is it that we women and also all everybody thinks that being a housewife is not a career? Why is that? Because it takes 24 hours a day, and this reminded me of a blog I read that was written by Nicole Johnson, and she really beautifully explains the role of a mother, and I think you all should read it. And so because in my line of work I see women who come in and they say not happy with themselves because they describe themselves as just housewives, and I don't think that being a housewife is just a housewife. There's more to it, and I think if people give more respect to that career of a housewife, and I think more women will choose to be home. Really come to think of it, how many of us have become professionals due to peer pressure, not because that's something that we really want to do? But that got me thinking, and I think this blog of Nicole Johnson really makes sense, and I hope people will start to realize the importance of being a housewife or a mother. And I hope you enjoy it. And these are my thoughts for the week. And I will see you next week again. Thank you. The invisible mom. It all began to make sense. The blank stares, the lack of response, the way one of the kids will walk into the room while I'm on the phone and ask to be taken to the store. Inside, I'm thinking, can't you see I'm on the phone? Obviously not. No one can see if I'm on the phone or cooking or sweeping the floor or even standing on my head in the corner because no one can see me at all. I'm invisible. The invisible mom. Some days I'm only a pair of hands, nothing more. Can you fix this? Can you tie this? Can you open this? Some days I'm not a pair of hands. I'm not even a human being. I'm a clock to ask, what time is it? I am a satellite guide to answer, what number is the Disney Channel? I'm a car to order, right around 5:30 please. Some days I'm a crystal ball. Where's my other sock? Where's my phone? What's for dinner? I was certain that these were the hands that once held books and the eyes that studied history, music, and literature. But now they had disappeared into the peanut butter, never to be seen again. She's going, she's going, she's gone. One night, a group of us were having dinner celebrating the return of a friend from England. She had just gotten back from a fabulous trip, and she was going on and on about the hotel she stayed in. I was sitting there looking around at the others, all put together so well, it was hard not to compare and feel sorry for myself. I was feeling pretty pathetic when she turned to me with a beautifully wrapped package and said, I brought you this. It was a book on the great cathedrals of Europe. I wasn't exactly sure why she had given it to me until I read her inscription. With admiration for the greatness of what you are building when no one sees. In the days ahead, I would read, no, devour the book, and I would discover what would become for me four life changing truths after which I could pattern my work. No one can say who built the great cathedrals. We have no record of their names. These builders gave their whole lives for a work they would never see finished. They made great sacrifices and expected no credit. The passion of the building was fueled by the faith that the eyes of God saw everything. A story of legend in the book told of a rich man who came to visit the cathedral while it was being built, and he was a workman carving a tiny bird on the inside of the beam. He was puzzled and asked the man, "Why are you spending so much time carving the bird into a beam that will be covered by the roof? No one will ever see it." And the workman replied, "Because God sees." I closed the book, feeling the missing piece fall into place. It was almost as if I heard God whispering to me, "I see you. I see the sacrifices you make every day, even when no one around you does. No act of kindness you have done, no sequin you have sewn on, no cupcake you have baked, no Cub Scout meeting, no last minute errand is too small for me to notice and smile over. You are building a great cathedral, but you can't see right now what it will become. I keep the right perspective when I see myself as a great builder, as one of the people who show up at a job that they will never see finished to work on something that their name will never be on. The writer of the book went so far as to say that no cathedrals could ever be built in our lifetime because there are so few people willing to sacrifice to that degree. When I really think about it, I don't want my son to tell the friends he's bringing home from college for Thanksgiving. My mom gets up at 4 in the morning and bakes homemade pies, and then she hand bakes a turkey for 3 hours and presses all the linens for the table. That would mean I've built a monument to myself. I just want him to want to come home, and then if there is anything more to say to his friend, he would say, "You're gonna love it there." As mothers, we are building great cathedrals. We cannot be seen if we are doing it right. And one day, it is very possible that the world will marvel not only at what we have built, but at the beauty that has been added to the world by the sacrifices of invisible mothers. Nicole Johnson.